Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. My name is Roadside. I hope you're doing very, very well. I am. So welcome back to Games That Deserve More Love. And again, if you're new, well, obviously everyone's going to be new. uh, but anyways, as mentioned in my prior intro video, basically I'm going to be taking a concept or a game, breaking down the missteps, and going over suggestions and things that should have been done to make the gameplay better. And again, some of these games that I'm going to be breaking down aren't necessarily bad, so don't think that they're bad in any way. They're just little minor tips that were missed to drop the ball that they could have released or done just to make the overall experience better. And today we're going to be talking about Conker. And I label this episode Conker's Really Bad Fur Day, and this is going to be basically breaking down the mistakes for the current project that's going on because it's a doozy. And it's absolutely super frustrating, especially for a longtime Conker fan as myself. This is absolutely a nightmare to see. So as many of you may know, Young Conker was announced. Was announced, and I mean, look at this thing. This thing looks like it belongs on a crummy Saturday morning cartoon and doesn't deserve the name Conker. Like he deserves the name like Nuts or something stupid. I mean, look at him. Like, how did this pass their team? Like, this is atrocious. Like, he has a microphone. He's got some Zero Suit Samus suit on slash Spy Kid suit on. It looks like this just looks awful. Like this looks like it's straight up from a Saturday morning cartoon, and not in a good way. Like, there's more impressive stuff on cartoon shows than this. This is not Conker Microsoft. You own the rights. This is Conker, not this. And this concept was released, over 10, 15 years ago. So how you guys thought this would get? Like, they don't even look similar. Build, facial structure. Like, this is supposed to be a younger version of him. Like, this looks like his retarded cousin. Maybe. Like, this doesn't even, it doesn't even look like they're related, right? Like, if you had to break down like races by squirrels, like he looks like he's a different race. Like they don't look the same. Like different breed of squirrels. Like, this is ridiculous. But anyways, I have a theory on why they're doing this. As you know, this game's being released for Microsoft HoloLens, which is a pretty not unique, but a pretty neat piece of tech that they're working on. But I have a theory on why they're doing this. I mean, if we just do the math, Conker's Bad Fur Day was initially released back in March 5th, 2001. It just celebrated its 15th year anniversary a couple days ago, which is awesome. And scary at the same time because the game is about to get its license. So you're going to see it on the road very soon. You're going to see people's cartridges driving around, and it's pretty scary thinking that drunk squirrel is going to be on the road. So I hope he does not pass his test. Okay, that was awful. But moving on, again, if you do the math, most of the people that played this game are going to be in their 20s, 30s, and up, right? Right? The people that enjoyed Conkers in their youth. So they probably have income, they probably have money, and they probably can afford the HoloLens. Now, the HoloLens it's not cheap. It's going to cost around $3,000 retail, plus tax. And tax on $3,000 machine is going to be pretty steep. So they're obviously using this as a marketing tactic to market people that potentially have the money to afford this. And to me, that just seems like just a super greedy thing to do, as the money from Conker would even say. It's just like, come on, man, be smarter about this. Now, granted, if the game was good, you might draw audience to it, but it looks so bad that it doesn't even look like it would be fun in the sense of playability. I mean, could you imagine playing an isometric view platformer slash shooter? I'm not sure if you shoot in it. Inside of your room, where the tiny little end tables, desks, couches are your terrain, where enemies are flying around and attacking you. I mean, could you imagine that? Like, that just doesn't seem fun. It seems like it's going to boil down to people moving everything in their room to play on the floor. And then walking on walls just seems like it's disorienting. Like, it just doesn't seem like a good concept for a platformer. And if you go to their public page or their published page on YouTube, um, the audience has spoken for how they feel about this. Over 22,000 dislikes on this video, compared to, the 1,000 that liked it. And I'm guessing the 1,000 people that liked it probably were impressed with the way the tech worked. I would assume. I was very impressed with the way the tech worked, but in terms of gameplay, this game looks awful. Just looks atrocious. Does not look fun at all. And especially as a Conker fan, that adds further insult. If you want to release this game with the Conker universe, make it based on another character. Like, make it based off of, like, Conker's cousin, or maybe, like, someone else in the game that was kind of a major minor character. Maybe, like, a Pitchfork spin-off, like his game, or something like that, just to kind of tie in that maybe you guys are working on a game outside. But yeah, this should be a huge wake up to Microsoft that this needs to be pulled back and rethought, or revamped. Now, a couple E3s ago, or I'm not sure which one, but they announced stuff with Minecraft. Now, this looks amazing. This looks awesome. I mean, could you imagine playing Minecraft first person on your PC or your Xbox, or whatever device it is that you're playing it on, gathering all of your resources in first person, and then going into this view of where you can see your entire land and you can build. Or just having a creative mode where you can see, like, how this gentleman is building stuff around certain areas. I mean, most of us as kids had some kind of building toy, whether that be, Legos, Lincoln Logs, the off-brand Legos, the giant bulky ones, or just in general, just stacking boxes. We've all done it as kids. This is awesome because you can have thousands of blocks and you can build these great worlds in Minecraft, and then all you have to do is go squish. And sorry, that noise was me taking off the HoloLens or wiping it to a different desktop so that everything was clean. There's no cleanup. Like, could you imagine a little infomercial? Like, play Minecraft, play Legos, play building games, and no cleanup. Like, it's there. It's there. And this is a good concept. Or like an RTS game would be neat. It maps your room out. You pick your base. It randomly spawns an enemy base somewhere in your room with an advantage, like on a shelf or something, and then they spawn resources on other players, and you go. Another neat aspect for this tool would be a board game implication, right? Like, could you imagine having, sitting down at your kitchen table and loading up this, everyone put on their HoloLens and you load up, like, a board game and just having, like, an interactive, like, world to play with and pieces? Like, Monopoly would be fun to play. If you're into D&D or any of, those kind of tabletop games, like, that would be amazing. Like, as a DM, you could, build this world that they play on, and they could see it visually, and then their stats are all tracked, based off of just, like, maybe like a keypad you have, or just saying it, or some kind of command. Like, those are good aspects. Take the HoloLens with that, and it'll sell. Don't throw the Conker label on it and release some shoddy attempt at a game and trying to reach an audience that in the end is just going to be pissed off at you. Like, this, like, I don't know who your marketing team is, but they need to get their wrists slapped, that came up with this, or didn't say, like, hey, this is stupid. And this isn't the first time Microsoft's done this. They've done this with games in the past. They've also done this with Project Spark. They threw Conker in here. Now, granted, there was a couple of releases that they did release with Project Spark that were nifty. They released Conker's Big Reunion, which was okay, I guess. It wasn't the greatest. It was a step in the right direction from nothing, let's say. But it was still not great, not good. Definitely needs some tweaking and working. And overall, just a disappointment. So yeah, Microsoft, if you're watching this, this is definitely should be an eye-opener that this should not be released. I know it's Young Conker, but you're still pissing on the franchise, and you're just not respecting a very, very expensive IP. Maybe not expensive, but an IP that you purchased, and you're just abusing it. You're not using it respectful to the fans. You're not even using it respectful to your business. I mean, didn't you purchase this to make sales or to have a future with it? It almost seems like they bought it and it's just like whoever bought it just absolutely hates, Conquer and Rare, and they've given them just crummy projects to work on, and they're just destroying so many of their IPs. Uh, and Conquer isn't the first thing to do it. They butchered Perfect Dark, they butchered Banjo Kazooie, and now they're working their magic on Conquer. And it's just like you guys can take a step back and revamp those games, and you can technically probably have, you know, system selling software games. And it's just a shame. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I could be wrong. Maybe you guys are excited for Young Conquer. If you are, maybe let me know what I'm missing. But yeah, that's my feelings on the mistakes that they've made and potentially are going to make if this goes forward. In the next video, in part two, I'm going to be covering the story of uh, what they should do with Conquer and what they should, where they should take him. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you guys do have any other questions, please let me know. Thanks. I will talk to you guys later.